So, surprise. Jerod Mayo had to walk back some comments he made.
Oh, again.
So after the loss to the Colts, Jerod Mayo was asked about the timeout before the Colts scoring play. Do you take a timeout there, save some clock? Whatever the options are. Do you take a timeout to either get your defense set and get them settled down after they've given up 2 fourth downs in a long drive? Jerod Mayo said absolutely there was a thought. We have also won a Super Bowl here doing it the other way, not calling a timeout. Keeping our timeouts is what I thought was best for the team. We've also won a Super Bowl here doing it the other way. He's alluding to not calling a timeout against the Seahawks. Seattle gets rushed. Malcolm Butler, interception in the end zone. On Monday, on the Greg Hill Show on WEEI, he was asked, and it was you've done a great job being your own person, but it was frustrating that you cited Super Bowl versus the Seahawks. Jerod Mayo said, I should have not said that. I should not have said that. I shouldn't have said it. Triple down. Hey, I shouldn't have said it. Death, taxes.
Yeah.
Jerod Mayo saying too damn much.
Bro, you didn't even tell me what he said today. When George walked in, we said, what's up? And we're talking about the show, and he goes, Jerod Mayo did it again. I said, come on, bro. What did he say this time? He said, we'll save it for the show. It's a gift that keeps on giving here at the gift giving season, my friend. Thank you, Jerod Mayo. In fact, look, I mean, you and I are going to be like sharks in the water, like someone throws some meat in the water for who gets to ask Michael Lombardi first about walking back these statements.
Dibs.
Because I know it's gonna be a shark fight, bro, because honestly, when I hear this, the first person I think about is Michael Lombardi, because he's so sick and tired of being sick and tired of this guy bringing up Bill, and we're trying to move away from Bill, but every time Jerod Mayo puts his foot in his mouth, he's bringing up the Bill era. Look, I'm a broken record, I guess. The guy's in over his skis. He shouldn't have been hired for this job without having a little, I almost wish Bob Kraft brought him in a different capacity and let him learn on the gig. I just don't think head coach was the right move, especially following up the GOAT in Bill Belichick. And from your defense collapsing at the end of games, literally looking gassed yet again, to you putting your foot in your mouth damn near weekly, it feels like around here, to you just not being able to adjust in game and make critical adjustments, offense or defense. We've seen clock mismanagement. It's the list goes on, and it's like a laundry list at this point of things that Jerod Mayo's not doing well. I do not for the life of me understand why people still feel as though there will be a year or two of Jerod Mayo, because I'm telling you right now, I don't. And I think this team's going to lose out the rest of the year. And I think that will help usher the Jerod Mayo era out. I just don't think you can lose. This is assuming they lose out. I've always predicated my words on that. Assuming the Patriots lose out, that will end the season with 7 straight losses. 7! Many of them your fault. Now, some of them you were just outclassed because your team stinks. But many of these your fault down the stretch. I don't think he's back. And comments like this, George, they just solidify it. Every single time stuff like this happens, it's validity to me of what I've been standing on for a month plus with this guy.
Like, the second he said it, he could have doubled down on it. Saying this is fine. I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. I shouldn't have said it. Nice. No ish, man.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I was frustrated when I said that, but I shouldn't have said it. What do you think fans are right now? How frustrated do you think they are? And to pull the card of, well, there was a time we didn't call a timeout in a Super Bowl.
Why'd you go there?
And we won a Super Bowl that way by not, dude.
Why'd he go there?
Dumb. Ugh. And that is look, he's in over his head. He's drowning. He's overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And literally, the lights are too bright to be in a press conference as a head coach right after a loss. He's no longer the coordinator or the position coach that would do a media talk with the media on a Thursday with like 1 or 2 people there. Yeah. A nice little fun, friendly Zoom, which I've been a part of. Every question, every word you're saying is recorded, calculated, and scrutinized. But also, even if that wasn't happening, to say that when your season is this bad and there's been zero growth with your team or progress towards getting close to winning football, that's what makes it worse.
Yeah.
Don't talk about what you did that worked in
Terrible.
a Super Bowl when you can't even get things to work in a game
That's right.
against the effing Colts.
Right.
More penalties, more mistakes, 3 and out at the most inopportune time of the entire game. The first time you punt is fresh off a Christian Gonzalez interception where you ran the ball, and we literally witnessed Drake May eat the play and slide.
Yeah.
You had your best player on defense put the ball in the hands of your best player, period. And your bad coaching lost the game because you were coaching to not lose instead of coaching to win. Don't bring up a Super Bowl in my face. Yeah. That entire
it's insulting
sequence. Because this team is not talented. They're not well coached. It's a lack of competency and IQ we see on the field. You can't tell me it was a lack of talent when you needed it most because Christian Gonzalez got the interception, gave the ball to your best player in Drake May, and you should have said close out the drive. You get a first down or 2, Colts don't have enough time to score. Don't bring up the Super Bowl.
Bro, this is why I'm telling you, rip the Band-Aid off. Admit after a year, this didn't work. I think he's done enough for this franchise, and he's still beloved enough where it's almost like this season's a mulligan in a sense of like, oh, well, they tried it. It didn't work. We still love Jerod. Give him a cushy desk job in the front office for all I care. Robert Kraft loves him so much. Give him a damn gig within the organization still. Take care of Jerod Mayo. But as far as a head coach, you can't do it. And by the way, if you bring him back for year 2 and he flames out, which we all know is going to happen, right? Well, then now you've had 2 years of trying to force this and make this work. It doesn't work. And now they're not that there's bad blood, George, but it'll be too awkward to really take care of him on the back end of that. You got to fire him. You got to move on from him. At this point, in my opinion, you could have this season. It doesn't work. Hey, Jerod, it didn't work. You know I love you. We're going to offer you this front office, whatever it is. He could take it or leave it, but I still think there's enough love there to be able to do that and to pivot to a different coach and still have him involved in the franchise if you want, if you love him that damn much, Robert Kraft. But the longer you go with this, that's not going to happen. And then if Robert Kraft does love him so much, at some point, you're going to have to whack this guy. He's going to be ticked, and then there goes the relationship. Rip the Band-Aid off now. At the end of this season, in the offseason, get some people in here with experience, coaching experience, and take care of Jerod Mayo elsewhere within the franchise. That's what I would do if I was Robert Kraft.
If I was the owner, I'd fire him, but I'm not the guy that attached me to him going back 5, 7, 8, 25 years ago. It's what it is.